Eh, good to go. Should I light my candle? Let's light my candle, Gordo. You wanna?
As long as he doesn't play with it.
It's on the other side of the laptop from him, at least.
Yeah. For now.
Yeah, I my laptop kind of back as far as it would go, so he can't get
Oops.
kind of between me and the behind the laptop really anymore.
Oh yeah, he'd
Cause
knock
he
over
would.
so much stuff over here.
Yeah, it's annoying. Hey, buddy, give me a real annoying butthead.
I like the videos where the seals are batting at each other, kind of like cats do. I was like, I didn't even know they really did
Really?
that. Yeah.
That sounds
I like
funny. I
getting
don't think I've ever seen that.
I like getting seal content. I'm like, this is the algorithm I need. My favorite animals. Okay. Yeah. Good times. Good times. All
Gordo,
right.
just stay
Well,
sitting down. Like, right on time, buddy.
literally, welcome to Patreon, where this chaos ensues always. Um, it just took about 27 minutes before we could actually get the recording to work on my computer.
Yeah.
But that's just, it must be Mercury in retrograde or something. Who knows? I'm going to blame that and not take any responsibility. I don't know. Fucking, well, my computer was like, nope. Computer
Yeah.
says no. It's like that old thing we used to watch in the travel program where like people would be like, can I get a trip to blah, blah, blah? And she would just look down and be like, well, computer says no. It was really,
Really?
yeah. It's really stupid, but we loved it. As we wished we could tell clients that all the time, right? Like,
You're just sorry, don't feel like it.
especially when they ask for things that don't exist.
Yeah, then
Rooms in
especially.
Vegas with coffee machines in them being one of them. Hotel rooms. Like, that's not a penthouse suite. They're like, no, fuck you. You will walk out for coffee.
Yeah, like,
But,
that's so weird.
oh, Vegas. It's a special place. Anyway. We are a day late, a dollar short, and full of tech issues, but we're here for really exciting forensic files, maybe? I don't know, forensic feats.
Yeah,
I have a forensic
mine.
first in mine.
Oh, that's fun. Mine brought about like some change, some
Oh.
I guess, is it like, recommendations that happened, and maybe some uh
Oh.
better reporting, or like database uh
Okay.
histories kind of
Because
compiled.
you have
Yeah,
like, I think you said yours was murders, which if yours is more of a
plural.
case, I'm doing more of like a person. Yeah. So,
Oh, cool. I
yeah.
like that. That'll be
But yeah,
exciting then.
it's always good to
Yeah.
have some different stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
um, yeah, we were hoping for the forensic February alliteration to be part of it, but it's obviously coming out a little bit into March if you're listening to this right when it drops, and we will put any other bonus content out as soon as we darn well can. We're getting back on
Yeah.
track. The days are longer.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful.
Oh, I Oh yeah, I told you about driving with my windows down the other day. That was freeing. It hasn't quite been warm enough for me to just sit in
Yeah.
my house with all the windows open for like a whole day, but I am
Yeah. Just there's a
anticipating that so much. I'm checking the weather every single day to be like, "Oh, I just need like maybe a plus 14, plus 15, and I'll wear a hoodie
you can
and Gordo
definitely
can just
tell
hide somewhere."
we live in the northern, yeah, hemisphere and the
I'm
northern
like,
climate because we're always like talking about weather and crap. And then like I saw this thing today that said in like Norway or Finland. Shit. I want to say Finland. They say something like, instead of saying like, "Hey, how you doing?" or like, yeah, if someone's like, "How are you?" A common response is like, "I'm up and not crying." Basically,
Oh,
I was like, that
damn.
sounds like terribly bleak, but also like, hey man, that's one thing you could
Yeah.
say. And like on a day like today, when I was like, I think I saw that today, I was scrolling Instagram, I was just like so tired, like from the night before and stuff, and just
Well, I'm
this
not
whole week.
dead, so
I was like, yeah, I can make it through this work day
yeah.
and then recording. It was like, okay.
Damn.
God.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, it's the weather's been nicer, but still
Yeah,
not
so much nicer.
super warm. Yeah, sorry. She's got her mug with her.
Yes, I don't know. I guess it's kind of Valentine's-y. It says love all over it and it's got hearts.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's smart. I should have grabbed a tea or something. I'm just drinking plain old juice that'll probably make me phlegmy. So there you go. That was stupid.
Oh, I have hot apple cider that I put an extra cinnamon stick in.
I
Oh,
love
so
apple
good.
cider. I
This is
never have
this
it.
is like an instant one, like just the powder.
Yeah.
But if
I
you
never
put the
even have that
cinnamon
in the
stick in it,
house. I don't know why.
yeah,
Yeah.
put a
Hmm.
cinnamon stick in it. My mom started doing that. Oh, it's so good. By the time you get to the bottom, it's
Classic.
just straight like liquid cinnamon. Oh, delicious. I'm obsessed with like
The
the
original
bottom of
cinnamon
it when
challenge. Sorry.
yeah.
I couldn't help myself. What did you say? The original? Or wait. Oh my god.
No,
I'm
that's what you
dying.
said.
Help me now. Oh my god. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Yeah, the episode the other episode finally out, so everything will be fine. It's fine. We're fine. Okay. Well,
Gordo, can you please stop licking
is he licking?
your butt? He's licking his
Oh,
butthole and then he's like cleaning in between his toes. I'm like, I don't
not
need
his
this.
chocolate donut.
Yeah.
Gordo.
You rarely groom yourself. Like, why are you choosing to do this right now?
Oh, I was trying to
So
read this
distracting.
article that was locked by Nat Geo, and it was like, we're learning how what your cat's meows say to you, and trying to
Oh
unlock it.
no.
I know, because I was reading this other article about whether or not dogs, they did a study in Ontario whether dogs are affected by daylight savings time. Turns out,
Oh.
only so much as if their humans are. like,
Huh.
like they'll in the I think they studied the fall one, and like some dog like this, sometimes the dogs would just like want their food. They're just a little hungrier, right? Because they're used to getting fed like an hour earlier. So it wasn't anything
Yeah.
groundbreaking.
I'll have to watch and see what happens with Gordo. He probably will.
Yeah.
Um
Oh,
yeah, cuz
cut out a bit.
he knows like what
Hmm.
hour he gets fed in
Yeah,
cuz
I heard
when
most
it gets
cats
to
are
like
pretty
when
particular
it gets
about
to like 15, 20 minutes before he just that's when he really starts meow 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 meow
Yeah,
and he's like hitting you
right.
um anything. It's like really
Yeah.
so annoying.
Yeah.
But
No, it makes sense. And then it's like, if we start to get up earlier, well, then they're going to get up earlier with us because we're getting up.
yeah. Yeah,
um,
exactly.
yeah. And then Pat always says that the dog, like, he's pretty on schedule too for his daily 10 a.m. walkie walkies.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yep.
Gordo, control
Well,
yourself. You're gonna get kicked out.
I want to scream the tagline they say on Small Town Murder. Shut up and give me murder.
Yeah.
I'm saying it to Gordo.
He looks so mad right now.
Pardon me.
He's like all puffed up, but he's like pulled his chin in, so he's just like And
I just saw his tail flick past.
yeah, yep.
Oh,
Buddy, you look so upset. Do you wish the internet people could see how mad you are? So you had somebody that'd be
there.
like, "Oh, poor baby."
Yes, with our with your generous Patreon funds, we'll have to buy a cat cam if we can. Wow, say that 3 times fast.
I will. I'll just start setting up my phone. I'll be like, "This is the live Gordo feed while we record."
I know, right? We should definitely. I'm
And
always like, I gotta use my pet to make me Instagram famous, and then the podcast
I'll
fame will
set up
come.
I'll set up a separate email address. And it'll be Gordo's email. And then when we're recording, we can invite Gordo to and he can
Run the
just be
show.
no audio, video only. And it can just be the Gordo feed. So you can see what he's doing. Putting with all the time. How he's reacting as you read your story sometimes. And I'm just
Oh
like, what
yes,
are
yes,
you
yes. Not just a regular pet cam or whatever. Because yeah, people will definitely
Yeah.
watch their pets doing ridiculous things.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice. Another pipe dream. Just kidding.
yeah. Well,
That's a goal.
anyway, uh getting
Yas.
into our cases.
I'm jotting it down. Cat cam.
Yeah. Get something.
Ugh. He's ready. Okay.
I chose for mine a case that's known as the Soham murders, which I think I told you about. So you
Yeah.
would know
I
what
don't
one I was
know.
doing.
Don't think I know it.
I hadn't heard of this before, but it came up. It has to do with. Oh my god, I can't remember now. Is it entomology? The ant bugs? The study? Or
Yes.
plants, I mean?
I
Uh
believe so, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that's a good way to the one that sounds more like ant. That's a good way to remember it, I guess. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
entomology. I guess this one isn't really bugs, sorry, it's plants, but um
Oh,
yeah, like that kind of thing. That's how it plays into like the forensic evidence that they used. It's kind of interesting. So
cool.
uh this was the bodies, it's really sad. It's two kids that were
Oh,
found,
shit.
yeah, really young. They're 10 years old. The bodies
Oh
of
my
Jessica
God.
Chapman and Holly Wells. Yeah.
That's young.
And yeah, um yeah, this one really rocked the Cambridgeshire village in, where is this? It's in England. It
Oh God.
occurred
One
on
of those, yeah, Shire
the
Shire places.
Shire.
Cambridgeshire?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Their bodies were found on August 17th, 2002. And again, the girls were only 10 years old, and they had been obviously like school students. And the girls at this point had been missing for 2 weeks when their bodies were finally found in an irrigation ditch that was
Oh,
near an air base in Lakenheath, Suffolk, which was about
wow.
10 miles east of Soham.
What year was it again? I've already. Sorry.
2002.
Okay, right. No.
So a while ago.
Yeah. That's rough.
Yeah. And they're such sweet girls. If you I'll tell you when to look at the picture. Not yet.
Okay. Ugh.
Because it's gonna be pretty like sad, I guess. It's the picture is most commonly used. Kind of has sad like context for it, I guess.
It's all sounding pretty sad so far. I'm not gonna lie.
right? It's just
I'm like,
sad on
oh,
sad
great.
on sad. It's a
Right away.
sad sandwich.
Yeah, just like not even missing girls. They're already bam dead. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fuck.
I'm just gonna. I was like, oh, I can't start with like you learning about the girls and then I kill them. No, they gotta be dead from the beginning.
I
I'm sorry.
killed them.
I gotta lead with them. I gotta lead with them being dead already.
Oh, that's tough. Like,
Yeah.
wow. Do they just go missing after school one day though, or do we know?
We know this one, thankfully, not unsolved.
Okay,
We know who did it.
right. Doing
I would do
forensics.
that with. Yeah, because of the forensics, we
And well,
know.
on forensics files, they always get their man. Forensic files.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if this one was ever on Forensic Files. I don't remember it, but I haven't seen all the episodes, so maybe it
Oh yeah,
was.
there's so many.
Yeah, hundreds. From Guardian website, they had really cool, actually. It was an interview with the botanist that was really important to the case. Her name's
Mm.
Patricia Wiltshire.
Oh my
So this is
gosh.
all like
More shires.
quotes and everything.
Sorry.
A lot of shires. She's talking about the case, and this was like a Guardian article. Um, it said that she used her knowledge of stinging nettles to help the police in the case. Wiltshire is a palin palinologist. I have
Oh
no.
boy.
I don't palynologist. I can't. A
All
pollen
I can think
expert.
of is
That's what it.
paleontologist
No, no,
now,
no.
but
Yeah, it's like paleoinologist, but a pollen expert.
oh,
And
weird.
yeah, she described her interest as finally finding her niche when she, I guess maybe she had a hard time like finding something she was interested in or good at. Um, so she felt like
Wow.
she really settled into this.
Super niche. Like
And
I
yeah,
love
pollen
pollen.
expert.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, she probably definitely doesn't have asthma. Like,
Right. Or allergies.
yeah. She explained that in some cases, a small amount of evidence, such as a trace of pollen, can help lead to the identification of the types of plants that grow in that area. I had heard of that before. They use that to like determine like bodies of water that a victim might have come from, or um,
Okay.
that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
It's crazy what they can
So
find from like trace amounts of things on the clothing and whatnot. Yeah.
yeah. The article continued saying that this information can help you work out the climate and geology and enable you to eliminate places where the crime could have taken place or where it may not have like taken place.
Yeah.
She said, quote, very often when you're looking for bodies, for example, I'll say to the police, it's this sort of place, but it's in the north of England. And then the local ecologist will say, I know that, like, I know a place like that. So it helps, like, narrow down sometimes
It's
the
in the
areas that
north.
they need to search for
Yes, sorry.
somebody. Yeah. She said other cases you're observing the scene. So, like, you know the scene of the crime and you're looking there for clues. These ones, she says, like the perpetrator, someone who has committed a crime, has left their mark on that place, and it may be very, very subtle. So you're looking for little impressions in leaves or little broken twigs.
Right. That makes sense.
Yeah. In the case of Chapman and Wells, Wiltshire was consulted to help determine the path that was taken by the murderer, because the ditch that the girls were found in was just covered in stinging nettles and other vegetation, and the police couldn't actually even really get at the bodies, I guess. Like, I think
Oh,
something saw it was almost waist high, like the plants and everything, and like sharp
Okay.
plants and tangled, and their bodies were like shoved through it. So yeah, they didn't really know how they would have gotten in there or how best to get at them or where they had been like placed from because it was a huge ditch. So
Yeah, and like
yeah, she kind of
stinging
helped.
nettles don't sound good.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about them, but yeah, based on their name, I don't think they're fun.
Right? It's just like, and then they're found in a pile of poison ivy. You're like, oh, okay, cool. So that must have got on someone. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, literally,
Hmm.
it's my next sentence where she says, quote, "It was decided that when the girls were found, I would be the first to go into the ditch because I'd be looking for these little clues and that the nettles were chest high." So, like, that's really deep.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do
She noted,
it.
I wouldn't, like, in my head, I kept picturing, is it fishermen who kind of go in the,
Of the
uh,
waiters.
yeah, the ones that have those crazy overalls that like just come
Yeah.
up super high and
To their
then it's all
chest.
waterproof and you just see them like walking through the water and you're like, "I'm fishing." And you're like, "Okay." Uh I'd be like, "Give me
Yeah.
something like that."
Something
Yeah.
protective. I mean, for sure,
Yeah.
because, yeah, it's like every horror movie. Don't go in the tall grass. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just a given. It's a scary place. And then all that crap too. Like, no thanks.
Yeah. So Wiltshire noted that the nettles appeared to have been trodden on and had then regrown since the murder had been there, like since the bodies had been disposed of.
Right, makes sense.
And
Also, a good word, trodden.
yeah,
We should
appeared
say
to
that
have
more
been
in
trodden
Canada.
on.
Yeah.
The disruption allowed her to deduce how long it had been since the girls' bodies had been left there.
What the deuce?
Very.
Sorry.
What did deduce? I was like, ooh, Sherlock Holmes word. I deduce.
Oh, yeah.
Uh, yeah. Uh, so she knew a lot about nettles. In the article, she said, I keep nettles in the garden for butterflies, and I looked at the little side shoots and I thought this has taken about 2 weeks to grow or like regrow since it was walked on.
Okay. That
Which I
seems like
think
cool
like
tracking skills. Yeah.
yeah, I was just gonna say, isn't that what trackers do? They can they'll like notice the break off patterns in plants and then be like, oh, that didn't occur naturally, and then they'll be like, oh, there's drops of blood. And it's like, that's so tiny. How did you see that in the whole forest of everything? Like,
Right. And it's just so cool too being able to know like your actual environment, your like
yeah,
what my Green Witch book telling me to know what plants are like grow in your area. And I was reading something with it was the first female winner of Alone, and she was like I don't even like the word survivalist, but it's good to like she loves being able to teach this and share her knowledge and stuff. It was really cool. I was like, oh, that's nice.
yeah,
Like just having the knowledge of the nature.
yeah.
Yeah.
So with this knowledge, like seeing where the plants had been broken off and that it had been taken about 2 weeks to regrow, this allowed her to lead police exactly to where the suspect would have entered the ditch, which allowed them to be more focused in their search for evidence instead of just um,
Tramping
having to
around.
comb through the entire ditch. They could really be like,
Yeah.
this is our starting point. This is where we need to focus our energy first,
Yes, they don't have to
because
be
this will be the
trampling.
most important. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they could be destroying evidence if they said like started from one side and just worked their way down or something.
They're going to be trodden all over everything.
Yeah.
Trodden all over the place. Ugh.
Wiltshire even found some of Jessica's hair on a twig there,
Oh,
which was cataloged.
damn.
And I think the last quote I have from Wiltshire, the botanist, was saying, quote, "There's a satisfaction that you've solved a puzzle. she said. And I wanted to mention that she has her own experience of losing her daughter. I think this would be like Cian, as a toddler. And she said that this
Oh,
allows her to feel more connected and really empathize with the families in a unique way when
oh,
she's
that
like
sucks.
helping police, especially I think involving cases with kids. I
Oh,
I don't think her daughter was killed or anything like that. I think she just passed away from something, but yeah, still
oh.
has like that empathy when you're
Mm-hmm.
seeing parents that like you're now having to tell them that like they've lost a child now too.
Going through
Um,
the worst thing a parent can go through. Yeah.
yeah, I think it gives you a different type of motivation to help investigate.
Damn.
So going back to the case itself, the girls were described as best friends, and they had gone missing after attending a barbecue at the Holly Wells home.
Okay.
Must have been like a huge like neighborhood barbecue or something. I don't really know much about that, but at about 6:15 they had about 6 or 6:15 they had gone upstairs and started playing in Holly's bedroom. And then they at some point quickly after that had decided to leave the house, and they wanted to go get some sweets, like candy.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of the closest place, I guess, to do that would be a vending machine at a local sports center. So I don't know if they did this like often, but they didn't end up
Okay.
telling anybody that they were leaving, and their parents believed that they were still playing together in Holly's bedroom
Oh
because they were,
no.
I guess, outside still like with the barbecue and everybody else. And it was
Wow.
only when their parents went to check in on them at about 8 o'clock or so that they realized like that the girls were missing and they didn't know where they
Oh
were.
my God.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Right. Local police were immediately notified. Like I think it was um the Wells family that realized first because it's their house. When the Chapmans like went to leave and were like, "Oh yeah, like we'll just get Jessica and we'll go." And then it was like, "Oh, like okay, well they're just in the room playing." And then they go upstairs and it's like, "Well, they're not there." So,
Dang.
yeah. Once they figure out they're not at either of the girls' houses, the police are notified and the town of Soham came together to help really trying searching for them like immediately. Um there ended up being over 400 police officers assigned full time to the case to search for the girls, and they started kind of canvassing all the house, canvassing the neighborhood, going house to house, um,
Cat
and
attack.
conducting like a search all across the town.
That is
And
crazy. That is such a crime of opportunity if they just left up and left and nobody even knew. It's just like,
yeah,
wow.
that part's a little confusing. Like, I don't really know. There's a few different versions of what happened, but
Hmm.
honestly, all of them are just as likely as the other. I don't know if we'll ever for sure know,
Right.
but um hundreds of local volunteers also joined the search along with like 400 police officers, and later there ended up even being some local American Air Force personnel who were stationed nearby that assisted as well.
Wow. They went all out.
Yeah, which yeah, I mean they're two like 10-year-old girls. Like
That's so sad.
so this comes to the picture that's most associated with the case, because a photograph of the girls taken just 2 hours before they disappeared after they had changed into matching Manchester United football shirts, was
Oh.
released along with their descriptions. Um, yeah, it's not so often you have a picture so soon to when they go missing and wearing the exact same clothes and everything. So
Mm.
that's the picture on the drive. And
Mm.
yeah.
I don't. Okay, it's gonna break my heart, but I'll look at it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Um
Oops. All
yeah,
right,
I
I have
think
to
it's like a
put.
little Polaroid or something, but or maybe a digital camera. Uh the parents of both of the girls stated that their daughters had been wary of talking to strangers and had always been warned not to trust people they didn't know from an early childhood. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how big like Soham is. So I mean, if you've kind of still grown up with almost everybody, you kind of inherently trust everybody. I don't really know how helpful that is, saying like don't talk to strangers or don't talk to people you haven't known your whole life, because they can still do stuff to you.
Yeah, a better one I've heard people say recently, to young kids is that something about like adults will never need your help. Like that's a good one, I think,
Yes.
because then even if it's someone they
Mm-hmm.
know, but they're like trying to ask them for help, like in a weird way that's gonna lure them. I don't know. That could be helpful.
That is a really good distinction, actually, because it's
Yeah, I
the whole
think I
thing.
heard them say it
I
on
lost my
Sinisterhood.
dog. Can you
Hmm.
help me find my dog? Well, of course you're gonna say yes.
Yeah, it
It's
seems
a dog.
innocent. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. An adult is never gonna need a child's help finding something or doing
Yeah, there's always a
something.
better solution. So it's a it's a
Hmm.
red flag, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, so I like that one. I
Yeah,
should maybe say it on the main pod more often. But we don't talk about a
yeah,
lot of kids cases cuz they're horribly hard to cover.
yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Um,
Ooh.
as I think happens in almost any time something's involving a child, police also begin investigating every registered sex offender or pedophile in the surrounding areas and towns. The
Yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
this like I think I ran across something saying that they had like investigated and then ruled out like 260 pedophiles, and I was like, oh my god, what's going on, England? Uh,
It depends
or
how they
something. I
classify
was like,
them. Yeah.
yeah, and it was like, how much of the surrounding area was it? Like, how far did they go? But I was like, that just seemed shockingly high. But I don't know
And
the population of Soham or whatever.
and were they on
Who
the
knows?
list because of like they peed in public and got indecent exposure or because they actually like
Yeah,
molested a child or something? Yeah.
yeah. There's definitely different levels.
Yeah, it was not Sinisterhood. This is why Rain told me the other day, drink every time mom mentions a new podcast. No. A different podcast. But you're wrong about they have a good episode about the pet the yeah, the I don't know, what do you call it? Not the pedophilia files. But like the where you could put on the list the sexual offender registry or whatever. Like he talks
Yeah.
all about it and how it's kind of fucked up and he's like, I'm not saying like, you
Yeah,
know
and
what I mean?
it,
It's like it's not obviously not advocating for anyone to be a pedo, but it's like apparently it's how it's the states, it's their jail system and it's fucked up. That's to,
well, even here, like my
yeah.
brother, I don't know if he still works with the guy, but he got listed as a sex offender, um, because him and his girlfriend they had been at that point together for like years, but they
Oh,
had
okay.
both like from I don't know, 13 or 14, like kind of just been together all the way through. but I
Okay.
think he was like a year and a half older than her or something.
Oh my gosh.
And
It's hardly anything.
so, like, but at that point, they had been together years, like, whatever. But
Yeah.
they got in an argument or something, and her parents got mad at the boyfriend for some
Uh-oh.
reason. So they
No.
called and reported him and said he was having sex with their underage daughter. And it's like, but they've been in a consensual relationship for like 4 years at that point,
And he
starting
had
out from
reached the
when they
age
were
of
both.
consent and she hadn't, or
Yeah. Yep.
ugh,
And it's like, oh my God. So he got listed and
that's
they're
fucked
still
up.
together. It had been like how many years and they had still been together, but they had cut off all ties from her family. They were both so mad about it. But yeah, because when he
Yeah.
joined the job, he had to like tell them all, hey, like, just so you know, and this is the story. And it's like, my brother told me that, and I was like, wow, like, I didn't think that would be possible if like you had been
Right?
together for years up into that point. Like, that should not
No, there
be
should be some
possible
sort of
then.
investigation if it's a
Yeah.
above board consensual relationship between two teenagers. Like,
Yeah, that like started when both of you were underage
yeah.
and has been over years. Like, yeah, it was so
Oh,
bizarre to me. And they're like, yeah, and
fucked up exes,
we
man. They will
moved.
do crazy shit. And their parents, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, this,
But it's
sorry, I
like
was thinking
e- every
other
time they
instances.
move or anything like that, because like they were new to the city, so he had to tell everybody, and they went, like, him and the girlfriend went and were like, this is the whole story. Like, yes, I'm on a sex offender list. Like, this is literally my girlfriend of 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Like,
No, this sounds
yeah,
actually
just
like how
bizarre to me.
that sounds like how my brother ended up actually with it. I can it's Patreon, so I can talk about it on here. But he his girlfriend got mad at him, and then he had like like pot plants in his room that he would grow and like sell
Mm.
to a few people of his friends and stuff, right? But she like called the cops and said that he was like dealing, and that was enough to
Oh my
like
God.
get him
Yeah.
charged and literally put in jail. And it's just like, oh my god, it's literally like he's not some big like
Yeah.
drug dealer. He had like a couple
He's
plants in his closet or
he's not
something.
fucking Walter White and Jesse Pinkman over in his basement. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
It's
it's been really rough
crazy.
for him too. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, but they, I guess, all got investigated and cleared.
Hmm.
Um and the what's interesting too is the last known footage of the girls was found. They had figured out, which I think really helped with the timeline. Uh it was released to the public on August 8th, and it was
Okay.
footage of them arriving at that local sports center at 6:28 to get to that vending machine, and then them like leaving.
Okay.
So they at
Oh,
least
so they
kind of
saw
had
them
an
leave it. Okay.
yeah, they saw them leave the sports center. So they're like back on the street, presumably walking home to the Wells house. The girls had also been spotted by several people walking or driving by who saw them walking arm in arm, and noted it because they were like skipping, they were holding hands, and um,
Oh,
people were like honking and like waving at them because they were wearing their matching Manchester
oh my
United
god.
shirts.
Just dig the knife in a little
Yeah.
deeper, why don't you?
So
Oh,
people really, it wasn't just like glancing thing. It was like, oh my God, you guys look so cute. Like, look at you matching outfit. So it
yes.
really stuck out in people's minds when they're like, these are the
Sure.
clothes they were wearing. It's like, oh yeah, I saw them. A lot of
Hmm.
people came forward and said that they had seen them walking down the street.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Getting into details about, it doesn't really talk about autopsies too much, but um, it looked like when their bodies were found that their bodies had been burned or tried to be burned, and they were
Hmm.
in an advanced state of decomposition because again they had been at this point missing for 2 weeks.
Oh
um
yeah. So they're probably killed right away.
yeah, that's the belief. The coroner ruled that they had likely died from asphyxiation and being strangled.
Ah,
but again, it couldn't be confirmed because of the burning and the decomposition. So
yeah, which is what
don't
they
know for sure.
obviously were going for, the killer.
Yeah. Um, I have a lot of information from BBC. Uh,
BBC One, BBC Two.
yeah, this part was a little confusing to me. I tried to figure it out the best I could. I was like, what's going on?
Oh,
Um, so like during the time of the searches, when the girls were missing, local people were being interviewed and kind of like pleading with them, being like, if you have any information, come forward and that kind of stuff. But there was somebody that was sticking out in some of these interviews that they were giving to press and journalists that started to become somewhat suspicious.
mm.
Uh-huh. And that was a gentleman by the name of Ian Huntley, who was 48.
Be suspicious. Be suspicious.
He is, and good
Good.
thing he was, because
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd necessarily know otherwise. Um, his answers to some questions were maybe a little too specific, strange, and maybe his interest in the case was coming off as somewhat unusual. Um,
Okay.
yeah, he did have a bit of a connection to the girls. Him and his girlfriend were seen in interviews appealing for the girls to be found. They had hung a missing poster in their window, like their big window, that I think like most people in the area had. And he had claimed to have had a brief conversation with the girls when they showed up, walking past his house, but he said they showed up on his doorstep, but that they appeared happy during the brief interaction that he had had with them minutes before they disappeared. Mm-hmm.
Oh, and he just volunteered that information? Weird.
Yeah, I think so. Uh, Police conducted a search of his home. They noted that clothes that were hanging outside on the line to dry were there, even though it had been raining. So it's like, why hang up clothes to dry when it's gonna rain? But uh, there had also, it looked like most of the house had been thoroughly cleaned, especially in the dining room, which he had claimed was due to a flood that had happened.
Oh, a
Yeah.
flood. Okay.
Yeah. A neighbor of his girlfriend's name, shoot, what's her, Maxine Carr. She was a teaching assistant at the girls' primary school. So, like, she knew the girls. His girlfriend did. Because she's their teaching assistant of their
Oh,
teacher. Like, so she knows the girls. So
yeah.
he had maybe at some point as he's like going to pick up the girlfriend from her job or something. Maybe he had seen the girls. It's not really talked about. Um, and yeah. So his girlfriend Maxine Carr, a neighbor of Carr's mother, told police that on the 6th, that when Huntley came to pick Carr up from her mother's, because she had been staying at her mom's during that time, that the pair had stood with their trunk open, like Huntley's trunk open, and Huntley appeared pale and shaking, while Carr was standing crying with her head down, looking into the trunk. And this is in their the driveway of the
What?
girlfriend's mom's house. Yeah, so weird. Once they realized that they were being watched by the neighbor, Huntley slammed the trunk down and they drove away. So I thought that was
Ugh.
worth pointing out. It's like, okay,
Yeah. Just a
go
little
pick up your
sauce.
girlfriend with like what bodies in the trunk. I hate that, but
Yeah.
it does make sense for what they find later. Unfortunately. In one interview where they were like just talking to him and he was talking about like the girls being missing, I guess, He's, for some reason, decided to give a detailed account when he was asked about how the girls might react to a stranger. Uh,
Might.
Huntley, who barely knew the girls, supposedly, jumped in to answer the question that the interview Mr. Farmer had posed to his girlfriend Maxine Carr, the one who knew the girls, because
Mm-hmm.
she's the girl's teaching assistant, about stranger danger and like how would they react if approached by a stranger. And he kind of talks over her and said that he thought Holly would probably get in the car and go and quietly go, but Jessica wouldn't, and that she would put up a real fight and a real struggle, which is gross. How about you say nothing? I hate you.
That's just so
Um,
oddly specific,
right?
as
Yeah.
if you know them very well, in fact, or know what happened or how they acted when they yeah.
Yeah, so like maybe that's exactly how it happened. Again, we don't know. He does
Uh,
have like a few other things he says where it's like, is that how it happened? Because he's never really talked much about it. So Carr, his girlfriend, originally claimed that they had been together at home in Soham, the evening the girls disappeared, but later she ended up finally telling police that she was actually at, I put at her home in North Lincolnshire, another Lincolnshire. Uh, but I think it a different source, other sources said this was her mom's house. Um,
okay.
and this one was on August 4th. So she hadn't been there. I think it was maybe a weekend or something that this happened. So it's like I had gone to stay at her mom's for the weekend or something, and this is when happened. A press photograph of Huntley's car showed that 2 new tires had been installed, and when they tracked down the old ones, they found evidence that linked the car to the area that the girls' bodies had been found, which
Aha.
is by a military base. So like why are you going to a ditch by a military base? You don't
I
need
can
to be there.
hear the forensic files narration now. And they found microscopic
Right. Yeah.
granules
Pollen.
of
They found the fucking pollen.
pollen. Yeah.
Pollen
This
in the
is
nettles. They find some
pollen.
other stuff. Uh
Oh, they'd call the episode Pollen Angels.
oh my god, no.
That's the name of a meadery that Mum buys meat from
No. Really?
in New Brunswick. Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn. A cover from the rear seat was missing, and the lining of the boot or trunk had recently been removed and replaced with an ill fitting section of household carpet.
Oh, that's like
Let me
when so the one
recarpet my
guy.
trunk with office carpet. Like,
I can't
no.
remember where I heard this. Was this on this pod or a different one where somebody like repainted their car but with house paint? Maybe it was one of my
Oh,
cases. They just try to use like red house paint or something to like redo
I
their car.
don't think I've ever heard that,
Fuck.
so I think it might be something else you heard it from.
Okay, maybe it wasn't something that like we talked about on here, but I was like, bro. Oh
I know
man.
they do that with like hit and runs. If somebody, especially a cyclist or anything like that, they can normally tell if you
It
hit like a
was
bicycle for the paint transfer and stuff. Be like,
yeah, it
no,
was
you made
something like
contact with their
that.
bike.
And the
Yeah,
mechanic remembered like yeah, something about how the paint
paint
wasn't
transfer.
really for cars. It was just like that is so crazy. Anyway,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember one Forensic Files episode that said that there was like such good paint transfer. It had like 4 layers of paint. Because the person's lawyer
Um,
was like trying to say, oh, well, there's so many of like whatever vehicle manufactured.
yeah.
That they were like, okay, well, let's go back to the last 4 layers of paint jobs. They're like, this one was orange. Let's match that with
Oh,
the
okay. That's
um
different.
the thing, and they color matched the last 4 previous colors of the vehicle. And you're like, and here's the
Wow.
order that they happened in and everything. And they're like, yeah, so this is definitely your vehicle, because how many of these cars with these 4 layers of paint jobs do you think are driving around this city?
Oh, that's pretty good.
Damn. Yep.
Good evidence.
Oh, yeah, it was like, this is wild.
Right.
Like, so hard. Yeah. Uh, yeah, so, yeah, they replaced the trunk with ill-fitting household carpet. So that's why I kind of believe that story that the neighbor said, that they saw them crying over the trunk, and that's
Which
how they
could they be
transported
any
the
more
girls.
obvious? Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah, because if they did do something to the trunk, it sounds like something happened to it. So it does make sense. Wiltshire, the botanist, was able to prove that pollen found on Huntley's shoes and in his car exactly matched the type found at the scene. So that put him at the scene. Uh, She said, quote, "The plants helped because Huntley had put the girls' clothing into a bin and tried to burn them back at the school. And lo and behold, it was covered in little bits of little bits of vegetation from where the girls had been laid." Um,
Wow.
so just like all this cross contamination that's happening that can now be like tr- just tying everything back to each of the scenes, that he had
Can you
been to.
imagine she gets back? You said she was at her mother's, like when this happened?
Yeah, apparently. And then he goes to pick her up, supposedly with the girls' bodies in the trunk, because the witness that sees them crying over the trunk is her mother's neighbor. It's not even the neighbor at their house. It's the neighbor of the mom in a
Oh
different
God,
city.
right.
That's like they're standing over
Jeez.
their trunk crying. Like,
And she's like, "What the fuck did you just bring here?" I knew
yeah, to
these,
go
like,
pick you
oh
up
my
from
God.
staying. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I didn't believe that until I saw the thing where they said, "Oh yeah, they pulled out the trunk lining and like put carpet
Hmm.
in." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Like I can believe the person's like statement now." Um
Yeah, that totally implicates the girlfriend too. Crazy.
and that's been a whole part of this too. People are really after her cuz it's like, she doesn't. Yeah, we'll get to what they get charged with, but um so Wiltshire, the botanist, she continues saying, "I found pollen grains and spores that were characteristic of that site, and I checked other sites and they were not characteristic of those sites, and one always has to eliminate. And there are many, many markers in terms of pollen grains and spores on Huntley's shoes and his vehicle that firmly that firmly put him in that place, not just once, but twice, because he was going back to check on things." So he had gone there at different times. I think
Oh
to
my God, this guy sucks
the ditch.
so
Yeah.
much.
Uh was a little confusing in the case too, because a lot of sources, especially when this was first being investigated and reported on, said that Ian Huntley also was a caretaker at the girls' school, but he wasn't a caretaker at the girls' school. He was a caretaker at Soham Village College. And his girlfriend
Oh,
is the one that worked with the girls at the school.
right.
But it is very interesting how he had been able to get a job working with children or even underage people, because he had a history of complaints of rape and underage sex, which had been made against him to police in nearby Humberside, where he had worked before. So it was like in a
Oh
different
my God.
jurisdiction.
Ugh.
So he had a history of this. He shouldn't have ever been able to work at even a college.
Like with doctors or priests that just get pushed around when they get caught doing shit they
Yeah.
shouldn't be doing. And then they just
Yeah.
push the problem onto someone else. It's so fucked up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Instead of dealing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I found it really interesting too, because remember, these girls are 10 and this is in 2002. But apparently Jessica had a phone, like a mobile
Wow.
phone. Yeah, I'm like,
A
that
flip
is so
phone.
early. I had I had my first like cell phone, I think in 2004, and I was the only person my age in almost my entire grade with a cell phone. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, so
I
for
mean, where
it
are
to
you
be
gonna
like 2
go?
years before that uh
Right.
is kind of wild.
And parents that grew up in the 70s and 80s, they're like, well, we ran free. They'll be okay.
Yeah.
I don't always need to know where they are. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
my
different.
brother had to carry a roll of change and he used payphones. Anytime they were going anywhere else, he just had to call my mom on the payphone.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a
Those were
cell
the
phone before
days.
my almost about the same time my mom did. Like my brother had a cell phone first and then uh my brother got a new phone. So I got his old phone. And then because I had a cell phone, my mom's like, I should get a phone. So then my mom finally got a phone when I got a phone, but my brother had got a phone first. Uh,
Everybody's playing Snake. She's like, that looks fun.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so they also had Jessica's phone, which had a last had a signal around the area of Huntley's home at about 6:46 p.m. before it was turned off. Uh, and fibers from the girl's clothing were also found in I think this was like around his home area, like outside his house.
oh, okay.
Yeah, and if you remember, the last known footage of the girl showed them leaving the sports center after going to that vending machine at 6:28. So this is not even 20 minutes later. Like, we also know that Wells and Chapman would have to walk past Huntley's house on their way to get to the sports center from the Wells house. So they were
Right.
walking past it. Yeah. Um,
Okay.
it's believed that he likely lured them into the house in like kind of multitude of different ways. Some believe that he told the girls that their teaching assistant, his girlfriend Maxine Carr, was inside, and like lied
Yeah,
about
that'd be
it,
my
and then
first
was like,
thought.
"Hey, come say hi." Yeah, I kind of believe that one.
Yeah, like
But
she baked you some
again,
cookies or something. Yeah, I don't know.
yeah. In later testimony, I guess Huntley said that he had been outside washing his dog when the girls passed by around 6:30, and that one of the girls had had a mild nosebleed, and he had like brought them inside to help her stop it.
Someone
So
saw that?
no, that's what he's saying later when he's like
Oh.
being interrogated by police. He says, "Oh yeah, it's like they were walking past. I
Because
was outside
nosebleed
washing my dog."
conveniently explains blood.
Yeah, probably. Actually, that's a very good point. Gordo, okay, just go. Go, please.
Yes,
I don't
just
know why
go,
you need all this
Gordo.
attention.
Gord, go. That's what we should have called you.
Um,
Sorry.
so Ian Huntley, he's Gordo. Okay, just get out. Go. I'm gonna pick you up by the scruff of your neck.
Threw him out of the
Come on, go.
bar. Cut off.
You scratch the carpet one more time.
Oh, Fenrir was doing that earlier. I was like, oh, he came upstairs. I can hear him. Yeah.
All right. So Ian Huntley, he was I don't know when he was arrested or anything, but he was convicted of the murders of Jessica Chapman and Holly Wells on December 17th of 2003, and he was sentenced to life with a minimum term of 40 years. And Maxine Carr, his girlfriend, was
Okay.
also jailed in 2003 after being found guilty of conspiring to pervert the course of justice for providing Huntley with a false alibi. Because remember, she said
Yeah.
they were originally at home together that weekend, and then she changed. It was like, actually, I wasn't even there. I was at my mom's house.
Yeah.
So,
Totally aiding and abetting.
Yeah, so she lied. She was sentenced to 3.5 years, but she was never charged with like disposal of corpse, anything like that. Of
Harder
like
to prove, I
anything more than
guess.
just yeah.
That's my
Yeah,
thought
nothing
anyway.
else other than the false alibi, which I think sucks because people are really after her. They're like, she had to know, like, had to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
home. And then he also was like, we had a flood. Help me bleach the whole dining room. Like, oh, cool. Um,
She'd have to be straight up stupid.
yeah.
Oh, it's crazy.
Um, for kind of like the aftermath, um, you would appreciate this. I got information from the website The Scottish Farmer. I thought you'd like that.
Random. I
Yeah,
love
I
it.
was like, I've never heard of this site before.
It was this
The
a
Scottish
publication.
Farmer. I think it was like a little blog or something.
Oh.
I can't remember. But they had a bit of information. I was gonna say that I liked, but I don't like this information. It's
Mm.
terrible information. Huntley remains behind bars at HMP Franklin in Durham, and while in prison, oh, I like this part. He faced a series of attacks from other prisoners. I always like that. Health problems
I
and
mean, nobody
don't
likes
like this as
child
much, but
killers. Yeah.
suicide attempts. He has done a few, I
Mm.
guess. Um,
That tracks.
and yeah. While in prison, Huntley confessed to sexually assaulting an 11-year-old girl that he dragged into an orchard in 1997.
Oh
So,
boy. I bet he's getting sexually
uh,
assaulted in there.
I can only hope. I hope he's dropping the soap every 5 minutes.
I don't relish it, hopefully. But yeah, it's likely.
I, you, you know what?
He's
I don't
yeah.
believe in you know how they do like separation, like they keep people safe.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Like
like pedophiles and that kind of stuff, they will have you like in solitary whatever and keep you safe because
yeah.
other inmates will kill you. No, let
Or
them kill
a
them.
high security ward.
Let that be a deterrent.
Just put them all on
Like,
the oh, I'm sure there's like a
yeah.
movie where they just all get thrown on an island and maybe it stars Steve Austin and they all just have to kill each other.
Oh,
That's all the
probably, yeah.
convicts. Yeah. That's what Kelsey
um
wants. Or the Arrested
I
Development where
just don't
oh,
I don't believe people should be spending taxpayer money and stuff to keep people separated because your crime is of a specific kind. You did that crime, you got sent to prison, fucking deal with it. Like,
well,
that's your
specifically for
punishment.
like child rapists and murderers, I can definitely get behind
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But I was thinking of Arrested Development when the two grandkids are talking about how Lucille Bluth says put all the rapists and murderers on an island and they can all kill each other and there'll be one rapist and one murderer left. It's so specific. I don't know, something like that.
Or you'll end up with a murdering rapist at the end.
Yeah, like forget how the last two go out, but
Yeah.
it's great.
Like, yeah.
Oh man,
Um, yeah.
don't piss us
They
off,
noted that
Canadians.
they noted that Huntley is not eligible for parole until 2042, which is not far enough away now. It's less than 20 years from now, when he will be 68 years old.
And it will
So,
be denied.
I hope. I hope. I mean, he has a history. Now, while in prison, he's confessed to this other one. So, like, it wasn't a
Hmm.
one-time thing. He had a history. He had the other complaints of rape and underage sex that had happened before
Hmm.
that the police were aware of.
Yeah,
So,
no,
yeah,
that doesn't seem like a first time kind of thing.
no, and now he's escalated to murder. Like,
Hmm.
definitely should never get out. I think the rest of this is all from BBC. They said an inquiry revealed that it was unclear if any background had ever been compiled on Huntley before the murders in Cambridgeshire. It also revealed that the Humberside's record keeping was so poor that even if they had ever made a request for information, would have most likely been negative. So they
Hmm.
like not only found that Cambridgeshire didn't try and do a background check before letting him work at the college, that Humberside also was not keeping accurate record keeping, that even if they had made a request for information, it probably wouldn't have been accurate.
Yeah, so there's a
Because
big
of
problem in the
this,
system.
yeah, I think it was probably pretty common in the US until a certain point. When, like in England, a national police database was recommended after this inquiry, which has now been put in place, I guess. The subsequent,
Okay.
oh no, this says Bitchard. It's like Richard, but it's a B. The subsequent Bitchard inquiry report heavily criticized police failings and led to the creation of the Independent Safeguarding Authority,
Oh,
now a part of the Disclosure and Barring Service. A key recommendation was a police national database to ensure convicts and suspects could not hide across county borders. It was launched in 2011 to combine intelligences from 43 forces in England and Wales and data from 150 computer systems. So that's really, really good. I think that
yeah,
this case helped with that. Um, I think access to information is always a better thing when it comes to police than not, like,
yes.
by way of like criminal backgrounds. Like having access to that kind of information is always a better thing.
Oh, for sure.
And the creation of the database was described by the parents of Holly and Jessica as a defining moment in them to mark the passing of their daughters. Cheryl and Les Chapman, Jessica's parents, said, quote, "We hope the database's use will mean other families don't suffer the same loss and heartbreak we did." And the case also led to the strengthening of legislation to protect children, including compulsory criminal background checks on people who applied to work with them, which is good.
Yeah, I had to do a police background check just to work in registries.
Yeah, so
It's
did I. I
yeah.
I had to do one because um, I think a lot of jobs require them nowadays, which is good and bad. I mean, it does hurt some people if you can't afford them because a lot of times there could be a charge for it, but
Oh
so
yeah, the
that
company
isn't
should
great.
have to pay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, I think a lot of times you get like reimbursed for it or something stupid. Yeah, I wish there was like that could be better streamlined or whatever, but uh yeah, I gotta protect like people that are working closely with kids.
Hmm.
But yeah, that's my case. It was a bummer.
Thumbs
I
down.
know, yeah. It's like a bummer, and you're just sitting there going, "Boo!" Thumbs down.
We don't have that. I guess on Zoom, if you do the thumbs down,
Oh yeah.
it like started raining when Christine was doing it.
Oh
And then
really?
that's why
That's
we drank.
funny.
Yes, because anytime like M would put like thumbs up and then they would get balloons. But then Christine tried to do it and she got crickets. So it was so funny. She's just awkwardly sitting there like, oh no. Oh my god.
Damn.
They put the clip up. It was
Yeah.
funny. Yeah. Yeah, that sucks. Ugh.
Um. Yeah, I know there wasn't a whole lot of like forensic-y type stuff. I'm sure there's other like more forensic heavy cases, but I feel like this one, once they kind of noticed behavior, it's really the like forensic evidence that proved he's the one that did it than necessarily like having witnesses or anything like that, which I think was important in his conviction.
Yeah, and it seemed like they found a ton of it once they started looking for the
Yeah, like the pollen and
right, the Paul.
fibers from the clothes and the carpet and
Yeah,
um yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad they caught him.
I know, I was like reading it, I was like, "Oh, thank God this isn't unsolved. I think I would
Oh
die. I
God,
probably wouldn't have covered it." uh,
right? Yeah, because then
I
you're
was
just
like,
like, and on that note, yeah,
"Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Good job though.
thank you." It was very confusing researching because most of the sources would only tell half of it. They'd tell like the stuff about like the ditch, and then they wouldn't talk about um any of the stuff about like the car or his house or finding evidence at
Mm,
the school where he worked where he had tried to burn their clothes, which they wouldn't have gone to college, a campus, like why would their clothes be there,
yeah.
and like all this stuff, and then some other stuff would only talk about that. They wouldn't talk about evidence in the ditch, and then yeah, it was quite hard to piece this together, so hopefully it makes sense.
No,
uh
totally. I thought you did a good job,
yeah,
and
okay, I'm
I think
glad.
we get better at researching as time goes on because you do see the same stuff and this, so then you go, okay, well, I can only get this new thing and this new thing from this article because otherwise it
Yeah.
doesn't really help you. Or sometimes you find a really long article and you're like, I'm set. Yeah.
Yeah, hit the jackpot here. Yeah, that's why I liked the one. Well, I think it's probably you feel the same. I really like when people have quotes like from the people that were actually involved in the case. So I
Mhm.
really was happy when I found that Guardian article that was interviewing the botanist that worked on it. That was so important. Um
Yes.
yeah, because I feel like I could trust that information at least. What she had
Right.
to say. I was like, "You worked on the investigation. Okay, I can trust you."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Darn, I now
Yeah.
I'm hoping I shouted out the last big article I used, which was the Vanity Fair one for the
Oh, yeah, you
thing, but
did.
did I say the author's name? Oh, whatever. I can't remember now. Now I'm
I
just
don't know.
gonna fret about it.
Maybe not, but I know we were
I
talking
the
about Vanity Fair.
yeah, it'll be the first one that comes up. It was called The Goddess and the Gangster. I think I said that part. Anyway. All right.
Yeah.
Um mine's only 6 pages, so if I can have a minute to grab some water, it shouldn't take too long.
Yeah. We will
Is that
take a quick break with
okay?
what? No promo or ad break. We'll be right back in like
Yeah.
2 seconds.
You guys are too good for ads.
Just
The
cleaning my head, my one headphone. Yeah.
like speaking of crazy animals and dozy dogs, my dog put himself to bed. He went
Aw.
well, if we keep the bedroom door closed, then he stays out of there like during the day and stuff and doesn't jump up on the bed. But then I guess yeah, I left it open and I figured he'd be sleeping out in the hallway. No, he's in the laying on the bathroom tile floor part of our our
Oh
ensuite
yeah.
there. And waiting for everybody else to come up and join him. He is. I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
it's probably so nice and cool to lay on there.
yeah. Yeah, it's not like we have the heat up high, but yeah, he likes it.
I thought I turned one of them off, but it's still going. All right.
Oh yeah, I mine the other day I hit the button so hard it said noise canceling on, and I was like, wait, I thought that's always on. So confused. Because usually I use it to pause and press play, and
Yeah.
that's all. I guess I forgot I had another function. Or that, yeah. I don't know. All right. The lady we are talking about today is named Frances Glessner Lee, and she's been called the mother of forensics. So,
The mother of forensics? That sounds cool.
right? And different variations like that. Because, yeah, she had a pretty big impact on police procedure back in the she's like born in the late 1800s, so kind of, early 1900s.
Yeah.
Mop it up, I've got a hunch. That days. Those times.
I deduced.
Yeah. So yeah, she was like born, we're going way back, 1878. Like I think I just said.
Damn, that's a long time.
Right? I was like, oh, your case is modern.
Yeah, and then I was
So
like, oh, not too long ago, 2002.
right, it feels like yesterday sometimes.
Yeah.
No. You're like, I was 7. No. Yeah.
I was.
Oh. So her dad was John Jacob Jingleheimer. No, I'm just kidding.
I
John
was gonna
Jacob
say
Glassner. Right?
John Jacob Glessner. Okay.
Glassner. That's where she gets the Glassner from. And she gets the Francis from her mom, Frances M. Glessner. So if she was a boy, she'd be a junior. Or whatever. And she was born in Chicago, the Windy City.
Yeah.
They were quite wealthy. Her father was the vice president of International Harvester. Didn't look up what that was about.
International Harvester. I have no idea.
It was
Something in agriculture,
right. It must have been
maybe?
something maybe to do with farming. They were rich. That's what I gathered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She had one brother named George, and they grew up in a house on Prairie Street, which is kind of cute. Probably was a lot of prairie still at that time, right? In the
Yeah.
surrounding area. They said I liked the description of the house. It said a house that epitomized the aesthetic and moral ideals of 19th century domesticity.
Oh no.
I don't even know if I said that word right. Domesticity. Yeah, that
I think
thing.
so.
So she's just learning to be quite the proper lady from her private tutors, and she also is taught like all the female things. Well, like all the female family members teach her things like interior design, metalwork, the sewing, the knitting, the crocheting, the embroidery, and the painting. Right. What's crochet?
Metalwork? That sounds hardcore.
Yeah, that one is not your normal, I guess, woman's work that you usually think of. So I'm not actually sure what that entails, but she was quite smart, I gather. She had wanted to study law or medicine, but unfortunately her parents discouraged her. Them's were the times. They said a lady didn't go
Yeah.
to school.
Yeah, well, private school you, but you can't go to school.
Oh, right. She's allowed to learn from
Yeah.
private tutors.
But you cannot be in a classroom. You will distract everybody.
Oh, God. Or have to
You will ruin their
mingle with the lower
education.
classes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. She married we get another weird B name here. He was an attorney named Blewett Lee.
Blew it.
Blew it.
He blew it.
I mean, how else would you say it?
Can you?
It's Blewett.
Yeah, I would say blew it. He blew it as an attorney. Sorry, Gordo's like
Right.
laid right in between me and the mic.
Oh, he's ready to hear my story. He's like, I can't hear
He's gonna
shit,
start
bitch.
purring. He's gonna be
No.
so loud.
He's like, has to upstage everyone.
He
He's like, always gonna be the
does.
center of attention. There's a camera? What? Just like, actually, no, that was a different
Try
video
and
the other
move
day where this
this.
llama, every time somebody was trying to take a video, they'd like set it up and then their llama kept popping its head in the frame.
That's
Or it was
hilarious.
alpaca. It was something weird. Oh my God. Blew it Lee. Just like when, what, did my dad joke we should name me Go Blow Peters or something? My mom remembers it fondly. No. Um, he was a distant relative to Robert E. Lee, so they did give out some normal names in that family. Sorry.
Sick burn.
Burned a dead guy. Yeah. I don't know. I just don't think she liked him very much because they got divorced. So
Oh.
they had 3 kids together, and they had a long separation, and they divorced in 1914. Oh, and she had married him when she was only 19. Really?
Okay.
Well, we'd say young
She
by
was
today's standard.
practically an old maid.
Yeah,
Come
that's
on, it's
true.
18, 19, whatever. She's practically on her deathbed.
I
She
was
hadn't even
popping
popped
them
out
out.
like
I
6.
was like,
Yeah.
you better get on it. No, just kidding. No, I will not be that relative. Oh my God. Yeah, they got divorced. So I don't know how long that means they were together. She was born in 1878. So what, if she was 20, it would have been like, if she was almost 20, it would have been like 1898. Okay, so yeah, they lasted over a decade, I guess. And she had another skill also that was making miniatures, which
Cool.
she learned as a girl. And so think like dollhouse sized stuff.
Yeah.
Yay! I love it. Her first solo miniature display she made was for her mom's birthday in 1913, and she recreated it was a mini Chicago Symphony Orchestra.
Oh, that sounds so cute.
I know, I wish there was a picture of that one. Complete with 90 musicians, not magicians. There's probably no magicians that were there in the orchestra.
I don't think so.
But she did all the sheet music, the tiny instruments, the stands and the cases, all of it.
Wow.
And that was, oh yeah, for her mom's birthday. And she also made one, and that took her about 2 months, that one. And then she also made one that I guess got fairly famous, of a Florsley quartet. I don't know. Never heard of her. Or them. Around her mid-40s, she then developed an interest in crime. Don't we all? Eventually.
Yeah.
She went to hit her true crime era.
Yeah.
But
she did.
definitely, yas, queen. She learned a lot from her brother's best friend. His name was also George Burgess McGrath. So the 2 Georges were friends at Harvard, and now this George works as a medical examiner in Boston. So that's cool.
Oh no. He sees all sorts of gnarly shit.
Yeah. Your cousin from Boston. Oh, sorry, my neck is so sore.
I'm just pulling apart clumps in Gordo's hair. Now he's getting mad. He's like, "Hey, that hurts."
Oh, I know.
Like, I
Fen
know.
does not like when I do that. If the tuft is not just like right about to fall out, then he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah. I try and pull Gordo's apart because most of the fur in there is already fallen apart. So I kind of like rip it apart.
Yeah.
So it kind of pulls into little tiny ones. And then lots of times you can just like comb it out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's clumps. He's getting little dreads.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. He's doing better this year than he was last year for clumps. But it's hard this time of year. They go so so fast
Mm-hmm.
with his like thick fur.
Yeah. This Ben could use a bath too. He's pretty stinky. Oh. So at the time there was definitely very little training for police officers. So evidence was often and could be easily mishandled, and crime scenes could be muddled, and most had little to no medical training, so determining cause of death could be very difficult. I
Wow.
mean, yeah. Right.
Just sounds like you could go through with like no training and just get a certificate and be like, you're a medical examiner now. Go be free.
Yeah, and the police officers specifically have very little training in the area either. But yes, it was
Yeah.
coroners. It mentioned coroners were not required to have medical degrees, nor were police
Oh
trained to
no.
process medical evidence. Yeah, that's always been a weird one.
Been like, if we don't have a direct witness that somebody did something, the case will go cold. Like, there's no
Yeah,
way to
they're just the
do
ones that
anything.
get determine cause of death. No big deal. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
So Glessner Lee became the first female police captain, I
Oh,
guess,
sweet.
ever there. It just said
Damn.
like no caveat. I was like, okay. So that was pretty cool. I don't know a lot about when she first started out. Yeah, maybe it was, who knows? Could have been more honorary. I'm sure she wasn't working the beats. Like she's got money. She wouldn't be like, starting out on the plainclothes officer. She definitely helped a lot by founding a bunch of stuff. Like she helped found the Department of Legal Medicine at Harvard. So like, I don't know,
Shit.
flex. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was able to do this with a lot of the money she inherited upon her parents' passing in the 1930s. So she put it to really good use.
Okay.
I don't know. Good
Yeah,
for
I
her.
was just gonna say, use that money to change lives
And it's
forever.
kind of actually, now that I think about it, because they didn't want her to go to school, and she's like, I'm going to give this to education.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
Yeah. She established the George Burgess McGrath Library of Legal Medicine, so named it after her friend there, and underwrote this is a lot of academia terms that it's a little confusing. She underwrote a chair for the department, a position that was first filled by her friend McGrath, for whom the library was named. So that's cool. So then she was really good at criminology. She happened to excel. Sorry. But not only was she great at criminology, but she's just really good at crafting, and like we talked about the dioramas as well. So she puts these together in a really cool way. This is starting in the 1940s, comes up with the idea to make these dioramas of death, if you will. Little
Oh, okay.
like dollhouse sized rooms, recreations of crime scenes, and they are going to be her teaching tool. Jesus. Can someone teach me how to pronounce things? No.
I know both of us are having a hard time tonight.
Oh my god, yes, it's been a long day. She called them the nutshells, and they are what's on the pictures are of on the drive. So
Oh,
that's,
okay. I
I
saw
think, and very
the
cute.
folder name, but I didn't want to click into it.
Oh yes.
So,
What's in this nutshell? I was thinking
yeah.
of the Austin Powers scene. Oh, look at me! I'm in a nutshell. What am I doing in this nutshell? I think it's when they're doing the photo shoot. Ugh. So they are, there's crime scenes or unexplained deaths that were used to, help teach cops how to process a crime scene.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
so cute.
decipher. They're so fucking cute and
Oh
dark.
no.
And I love them. I liked when I got a dollhouse for Christmas one year that my mom and my brother helped set up in the basement because it was like a pretty big one, actually. Um, Nothing like super fancy, but like I just like I always love that little stuff. One lady
Oh
at the
no,
market had a stall with the little
not the one, not the one
accessory.
diorama of somebody falling down the stairs.
I know,
No.
there's little dolls.
Just the doll flung down the stairs.
Right?
Damn.
Yeah,
The beer bottles all strewn on the floor.
the
Gordo.
details. Oh,
Yeah,
they're
this
so
is
crazy cool
beautiful.
looking. Yeah, I said think dollhouse size furniture, food, people, blood stains. Down to the last minute
Yeah.
detail. They've been called exquisitely detailed crime scenes. Oh, sorry. My throat.
This is such a like if you literally took out the murder part,
Yeah.
if you like
It's such a cool
people
talent.
would
She's like builds them all.
yeah.
So she used them to aid homicide detectives and investigators, as she said, to convict the guilty, clear the innocent, and find the truth in a nutshell. That's cute. Yeah.
Cute.
It would help teach officers how to properly canvass the scene, as I mentioned, and she had to make them perfectly to scale, bodies, if there's any bullet holes, like all this stuff. Um, and so they're so good that training seminars still employ their use today at the office of the chief medical examiner in Baltimore. Um, and they were on display at a time at the Renwick Gallery. I believe that was at the Smithsonian Institute, but most of them are not on display anymore. I was like, oh.
Oh.
And yeah, some of them were determined to be homicides. Other cases were suicides or accidental death. Um, but like, also they won't tell you what the answers are because they're locked up because they're still used as a training tool.
Oh yeah, they probably don't want like people to know beforehand.
I know. So I was like, I can't look into more. Well, they have like
Yeah.
description and some clues for each one that you can find. Well, not each one, but there's a few that have some further
Yeah.
details that I
There's
have
like
like one or two.
somebody in a
Yeah.
bathtub, somebody fell down the stairs, one person's like
Yeah.
hanging from the rafters in a attic, and somebody stabbed lying on their living room
Yes.
floor.
I know they're all completely different scenarios, and you immediately are like, oh, that's what. There's a body. Yeah.
Somebody, yeah,
I
somebody
can
was
get to the,
holding
yeah, the
what I think
names.
is an ice cube tray. Oh, this one's called Kitchen Wife. Um, she died while
Oh,
putting ice in the fridge, and
oh
something's in the
yes,
oven.
she's by the. There's a ice, like an old timey ice box and a like a little
Yeah.
stove.
Oh, this is so cute. I'm obsessed.
Right?
I love it. I love it.
Mini murders.
Yeah.
I immediately was like, I have to talk about this at some point.
This is amazing.
Listen to how she had to make some of these. It said, or I guess I said, Frances Glessner Lee was, quote, both exacting and creative in her pursuit of detail, knitting tiny stockings by hand with straight pins, hand rolling tiny tobacco filled cigarettes and burning the ends, writing letters with a single hair paintbrush, and creating working locks for windows and doors.
Wow.
Pardon me. Yeah. And even cooler was she liked to focus on cases of people that got more overlooked, like marginalized
Hmm.
people and women, cases that, yeah, didn't get as much attention. She's so cool. Um, oh, yeah, that exhibit they had displaying her work for a time was called Murder is Her Hobby, Frances Glessner Lee and the Nutshell Studies of Unexplained Death. Um, It was the first public display of the complete series, of which 19 of them are left in existence. Sadly, you can only find
Wow.
pictures of about, I don't know, I think I have 11 different ones written down here that have different names. Sorry. Uh, it was the first time since 1966 that the 18 pieces on loan from Harvard Medical School were reunited with the Lost Nutshell. The Lost Nutshell is on or was on loan from its home at the Society. This is a weird one. Society for the Protection of New Hampshire Forests, courtesy of the Bethlehem
Why?
Heritage Society.
Okay.
Heritage? I don't know. um, and just before we get to the nutshells, she did other training and stuff like that. She started a seminar series, the Harvard Seminars in Homicide Investigators, which they smartly renamed the Harvard Associates in Police Science Seminars, or HAPS. Like, what's the HAPS, Gordo?
Yeah.
So that first seminar series was 1945, 1 week on crime scene detection. Experts attended, lectured on topics like identifying victims, interrogation techniques, etc. Ended with a bang, banquet at the Ritz, rather. She jokingly indicated at one time there would typically not be a fresh crime scene available at the time of the seminars. Sorry, this is a quote I liked. So she had to find another way for the state police captains to be able to study crime scenes, and that was when she came up with the idea for the models. She was like, there's just no convenient
Yeah.
crime scene when you need to teach someone. So,
Did she use like crime scene photos? Is that how she got like what the rooms looked like and all the evidence?
yeah, I'm not sure if there's one she personally worked on or just had
Because
connections
this
with
is
being
like
the captain.
a lot of details and everything to even
Yeah,
figuring out like the scale. You said everything's like to scale would be really hard to figure
right.
out.
Yeah, it's like an inch to is a foot is equal to an inch or something, that kind of scale.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I have a little bit earlier further on how she like is so exacting. She like makes them get the most perfect rocking chair. It's crazy. Um, so the ones that you can find names are, there's the case of the hanging farmer, uh, which is, I think I got a picture of him, and he's like, there's a rope around his neck, and he looks like his feet fell through like a crate, a wooden crate or a box. Maybe there's not that one on there.
Oh.
So or that one's sometimes called barn. He's in a barn. There's the one called 3-room dwelling, which I have a little bit more details on, uh, which is the only one that's actually a multiple murder. And
Okay.
yeah, the one that had that no, that's the other kitchen one. There's one called Red Bedroom, one called Burned Cabin, one called Dark Bathroom. I think that's the one with the lady in the tub, with all her clothes on. The kitchen, the living room, there's Log Cabin, there's Parsonage Parlor, and oh, the attic one might be the one called Striped Bedroom. Yeah. So yeah, the official answers are under lock and key. Oh yeah, but I have a little bit. However, on Harvard's website of digital exhibitions, there is a page with 3 files that appear to state a possible solution to the nutshell kitchen, but whether this is the official solution is not known. Um, I don't want to
Damn.
spoil that one, so we'll speculate a bit though. So for the 3-room dwelling one, there's one of it's like a got a table set for breakfast, and stuff like that. So that case was briefly, it was Monday, November 1st, 1937. Shoe factory supervisor Bob Judson, his wife Kate, and their infant daughter were all found dead. Um, this was by neighbor Sarah Abbott, and that was after Bob failed to show up to carpool with her husband. So They went over there at 8:15, and police come and they see like blood, and they can see a rifle through the window. And it said clues. The table was neatly set for breakfast, presumably the night before, and there is a rifle on the kitchen floor next to the baby's high chair. There's a flashlight beside the telephone on Kate's nightstand. Both exterior doors were locked from the inside, and no lights were on in the house. And they noted that sunrise was at 6:17 a.m. that day. Chairs are toppled in both the nursery and bedroom. Toys are knocked over, and a teddy bear is on the floor. There is a pool of blood in the nursery and what looks like bloody footprints or drag marks leading from the bedroom entryway to Bob's body. Could that be blood spatter on and around Kate's head? So, like, to me, it doesn't sound like there was a forced entry or anything. Like, they were all still
Yeah.
inside with the lights off, as if they had never gotten up for breakfast. No, it's very sad. And then I have the bar. I have a little bit on the barn one and the dark bathroom one and the lost nutshell. Sorry, they're so fun. There's not a ton, but is Gordo over it?
He was just being annoying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's also
So the
annoying.
story.
Just go.
So the barn one, which I thought I put a picture up, but I don't know. It's sometimes hard to find pictures that weren't web files for all of them. But where it looked like the guy had been hanging after getting up on a crate or something. It said, on Saturday, July 15th, 1939, Eben Wallace, a local farmer, was found dead by his wife, Imelda. After disagreements, she told police, her husband habitually went to the barn, stood on a bucket, put a noose around his neck, and threatened suicide. So, that's insane, right?
Yeah.
She said she always talked him down. On Saturday around 4 p.m., they had a dispute, but she didn't follow him to the barn right away. When she did, she found him dead, standing on a collapsed crate. The sturdier bucket wasn't in the barn. She said she'd used it and left it outside by the pump. The rope was always kept fastened to the beam just the way it was found. It was part of the regular barn hoist. Is it murder if Imelda Wallace, tired of her deeply unpleasant husband's manipulation, hid the bucket and maybe even put a flimsy crate in its place? Thought that one was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great relationship. Right. I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, honey. She's like, yeah, no. Oh, I'm sorry. The one with the called Dark Bathroom was said on a Sunday night in early November 1896. Maggie Wilson was found dead in her bathtub by Lizzie Miller, a neighbor in their rooming house. Pardon me. Miller, who only knew Wilson in passing, told police she thought Wilson was subject to seizures. She said a couple of male friends regularly visited Wilson, including that Sunday night when she believed they were all drinking. Sometime after they left, Miller heard the water still running in the bathroom. Upon opening the door, she found the scene as set forth in the model. And the clues, they pointed out that while it's hard to confirm with the doll, the body seems to be in rigor mortis, and her clothes and her bathtub are dry. If she'd been preparing to take a bath, it would seem she would at least put the stopper in first, and it's clearly hanging off the side of the tub. So it's possible she had a seizure, but they call into question the timing and the circumstances. It's a little weird. Like, just your face part gets in the tub after it's just like pouring right on your face. That's pretty.
Yeah, it looked like she was waterboarding herself.
Yeah.
In the tub. Like,
so Final Destination.
I noticed that. I was like, the water is pouring directly on your face.
Yeah, it's not even stoppered. Yeah. I'm gonna kill myself if I say yeah one more time, but I totally think Final Destination or some evil force like that you can't see pushing them down, like on Supernatural or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, creepy. Um. Oh yeah, the Lost Nutshell, called Case 20, or its description is sitting room and woodshed. I think I have pictures of that one. Um. So that was the one on display at Bethlehem Heritage Society, or that much longer name. uh, it was one of the original 20, of which one was destroyed, and then this one was missing until just over a decade ago. Um, and the article said that's when Brown was digging through a storage area at the Rocks. There was something in the far corner where the roof slants down so much you can't stand upright. I said, I wonder what that is. Brown pulled out what looked like a dollhouse. But when she looked inside, there wasn't a happy domestic scene. There was a tiny dead man on a tiny couch.
Oh.
Brown wasn't sure what to make of this bizarre object. I know, I'd be like, okay. She took it to Nigel Manley, who manages the rocks for the Society for the Protection of New Hampshire Forests, which owns the estate. He identified it. And then she remembers talking to one of the local craftsmen, Alton Mosher, who helped find a tiny rocking chair for it. He said one day he finished a tiny rocking chair. He brought it to Mrs. Lee for her approval, and he rocked it, and she rocked it. And apparently she had rocked the original chair in the real crime scene, and it didn't rock as many times as the one in the real crime scene, and he had to take it back.
Oh my god, no.
So I guess she has been on at least one crime scene. To continue that quote, the Bethlehem nutshell shows a tiny man identified as Eugene Black, quote, town drunkard, dead on the couch. Next to him is a bottle of whiskey. The clues provided by Lee say the setting is a sitting room at woodshed. A boarder says he found Black passed out on the couch with a .22 caliber rifle next to him. Knowing Black was dangerous when drunk, he moved the rifle to the shed where it was usually kept. His daughter says she was upstairs listening to a radio. The program was a Western with lots of shooting. Sorry. She later heard moans and went downstairs to find her father dying. The medical examiner made a brief and hasty examination and declared acute alcoholism as the cause. But what remains missing is the solution to the crime. It's been lost. Excuse me. Oh, yeah, they have a little bit more from the actual, I don't know, crime statements and stuff. It's a weird one.
Yeah, they're so cute though.
I know. It's like terrible to love them so much. Is it terrible?
I know, I just keep looking at the one that shows the I think it's the one attic one with like the knitted socks. Like that's crazy. You can see it's a knitted pattern on the socks. Like it's not just fabric. Like could very easily just I don't know, cut a piece of fabric and then just like sewed up the sides of it and made a sock or whatever, but this is actually like 100% knitted into a sock. And it's tiny. It's so tiny.
I loved that picture. I think I used that for our Teaser Tuesday post because I was like, Patreon, it's coming, and here's a little teaser what's to come, because this is like, it's so detailed. Yeah, I like that one. It's a really good like close up of a knitted stocking.
And then the one that shows like the vanity, that green vanity, and in striped room, whatever, that has like a wedding picture on the vanity, and like you can tell, like you can see in the little painting that the woman has like dark hair, because you can tell what part of her like in the picture is her face, and then that she has dark hair, and then the rest is like under her veil. Like
like, did she paint that with a single brush paintbrush? Like, that's insane. The little calendar in one of them has flippable pages, and
What?
Oh yeah, there was a bit more that I don't think I wrote anywhere, but it was talking about how the people keep them up to date. Like I don't know if they would really restore them, but if something were to change at the crime scene, like they update it. I don't know if that makes any sense. But also they were
Oh.
like they just try and keep them so accurate, but they were also going to replace like the little tiny light bulbs with LED lights. And apparently it's this big, task or
No.
whatever. And I was like, do the little light bulbs work? Because if the little locks work, then maybe the little light bulbs work. But they might.
That's wild.
I know it's something about they don't want like the heat. LED lamps would make it not damage as fast or something. It's like teeny tiny little light bulbs, and teeny tiny little matches and ashtrays and
Yeah.
magazines. So crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess that was really all I had. There was a little bit more about that last case, like just the two different witnesses' statements, but I don't know. It's just a little bit more context if you want it. I don't know. You're like me. You just like love looking at the pictures.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not listening. No, I'm just kidding. No, but that's really mine was pretty short. But I definitely will have to post pictures with the Patreon post, and then
Yeah, this is like,
maybe I'll post a couple more to Instagram to entice people over to where the cool kids are. I don't know.
yeah. Does it say what's up with the burned cabin one? What's that one about?
um, what did I say? Oh, there. Yeah, it has a little write up, but on the thing, from what I recall, because I don't seem to have that one in my notes. A guy was staying with his uncle, and he said he smelled smoke and he got out and stuff, and then the cabin burned down around the uncle. Maybe I should look up this. It's on the it was in one of my sources. The Smithsonian website had all the descriptions available that are
Hmm.
out there. Hang on, I can pull it up pretty quick. Oh, nutshell studies. No, I don't want the book. Smithsonian. Because that one is called Cabin. Oh, here we go. Stories. Nope, maybe it. Oh, there's a pretty good online gallery. Yeah, it was like. Now I can't find it. They were suspicious that he got out and had his clothes on, even though it was the middle of the night, but his uncle didn't get out. Fuck, I thought it was on that
Oh, like he
source.
wasn't dressed for bed?
Yeah, and stuff like
Hmm.
that. You know what? That might have been on the one of my sources was literally BuzzFeed News because I was trying to find the different stories, and you'll find yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see if that was the one that had the full explanation because there was the explanation of that one and the one called the Red Bedroom. I think had the story too. Because I think that one said it was about a sex worker. Hang on. Yes, I think this is the one that has most of the clues. Shout out BuzzFeed.
Yeah.
uh, 3-room dwelling. Barn. That's the barn with the hanging farmer. Okay, yes. Burned cabin. On Saturday evening, August 14th, 1943, Philip Perkins said he had come to spend the night with his uncle as he frequently did. In the middle of the night, he was awakened by the smell of smoke and ran outside to find the house on fire and fire engines arriving. He said he had been very confused and could not remember any other details. Firefighters arrived at 1:30 a.m. and quickly extinguished the fire before the building was completely destroyed. One of them noticed Perkins, fully clothed, wandering around near the house, but his uncle was missing. The model represents the premises after the fire was extinguished and before the investigation was started or any part of the premises disturbed. And then it does have clues for that one too, if you want to hear.
Sure. Let's try and solve a suspicious
old ass case.
Death? I don't know. Damn.
Yeah. I believe he died. Yes, based on the state of the bed compared to the rest of the house, it would seem the fire originated there. There is no immediate evidence of the uncle's body, but in a similar contemporaneous crime, a killer had rigged an alarm clock to explode while their alibi had them elsewhere. Wow.
Oh.
Lee biographer Bruce Goldfarb noted that there is an alarm clock in this diorama, possibly a cheeky nod to the sensational real-life murder. In that case, the remains were found in the cellar after the fire caused the floor to collapse. Yeah, that is weird. I have no fucking clue. That's not very many clues for that case, is it? It's like, well, he could have rigged an alarm clock. And I'm like, they didn't find the body? Yeah, it's so cool. Yeah, I think they have also... And I'm pretty sure she took it and burned it with a blowtorch to give it that that look. Dark bathroom. Oh, kitchen is the one with the lady on the floor with the ice cube tray. And it was like her husband came home and found her there. That one was April 11th, 1944. It said Fred Barnes called police to say that his wife, Barbara, was lying unresponsive on their kitchen floor. He said that he left the house at 4 p.m. to go downtown on an errand for his wife and returned about an hour and a half later. Although the outside kitchen door was standing open when he left, it was now locked. He attempted knocking and calling, but got no answer. He tried the front door, but it was also locked. He then looked in the kitchen window, which was closed and locked, and saw what appeared to be his wife lying on the floor. He then summoned the police. The model shows the premises just before the police forced open the kitchen door. Oh, the clues like are better.
Ooh.
I know she was baking. I think.
Yeah, it looks like pizza. Pizza in the oven.
I was trying to decide what the hell it looked like. I know. I'm like, yeah, it's kind of roundish. The gas stove jets are on, and Barbara's face has the rosy complexion typical of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Okay.
In brackets, Lee painted all her dolls' faces to indicate lividity or lack thereof. And newspaper has been stuffed at the bottom of the doors. But did she really decide to kill herself in the middle of cooking and baking and washing and taking ice cubes out of the refrigerator?
Yeah. Maybe after you're done baking, just go out with a full stomach of cake or something.
Yeah, have something. Yeah, have a piece of that pizza or whatever you baked. The last part of the clue says, "Is it significant that the iron is precariously placed in an otherwise extremely tidy kitchen on the edge of the ironing board near where she fell? Note that we, aka the crime scene investigators here, can't see the back of her head." That's a bizarre one. The doors being locked from the inside seems a little odd.
But when he left, it was open. And then newspaper shoved under the door. That seems weird, because you think that would be like you would want ventilation if you're cooking.
It looks like a staged suicide almost.
Yeah.
Oh, my headphones want me to charge them. I will charge you in a moment. Please charging.
Yeah. Please commence with the charging.
Please, we beg of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I don't think I would be committing suicide with my fridge open. in the middle of something, unless she was just waiting for like carbon monoxide poisoning to take effect. So she was just like doing stuff instead of sitting or something.
No, she's like, I gotta get this tray of cookies out, and then I can stick my head in. Like, what? Yeah. Doesn't make any sense.
Oh, let me get some ice. I'm feeling warm from poisoning. Don't know.
Right?
Crazy.
He hit her
Yeah,
with the
these are so
iron,
fascinating.
and then he stuffed all the stuff under the doors, and then he crawled out a window. I don't know.
Maybe.
I said they were arguing, I think. That's my bad.
Damn.
If
I
anyone's
want to
gonna know
solve
how
all these murders tonight before I go to bed. Like, this is
Go to
so
the
fascinating.
Yeah, the BuzzFeed has the best, like, the descriptions, and then the Smithsonian mag.com source has a really good picture gallery.
Yeah, okay.
You're welcome for the rabbit hole. No.
Catch me up
Yeah.
in like a few days when I'm just like obsessed and I'm like, okay, here's the theories.
Red strings everywhere.
Yeah.
Someone said red string theory the other day, but they were talking about like love, and I was like, wait, I was thinking red strings and the cork boards, and it was
Yeah.
like there's an invisible tether or a red string pulling you to your person or something. I was like,
Oh
oh,
no,
okay,
not the
well,
twin
whatever.
flame shit again.
No, a little less harmful than that. It's more like they'd be like, oh, the orange peel test, and I'm like, oh, don't make me look this up. And then it's like, ask your partner to peel an orange for you. If they do it, then they're nice, and you should love them. And if not, you should maybe question. I'm like, I
Oh
get
my
it
god.
because, like, yeah, sometimes people should just be like, okay, why not? I love you. Or if they're like, why would I do that? You're like, uh-oh. A little bit of a red flag there.
Like, fuck you. You're like, wow.
Right. Acts of service, acts of service. Yeah. It's my love
Yeah.
language. No. Um, yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry this
Well,
is late, but we love you guys. And
yeah. People can comment on Patreon, right? So
yeah.
look up the Nutshell Dioramas and give us your best theories.
Oh, that too. Yes. I will post
Yeah.
as many pictures here as it will allow me so that you guys have it right at your fingertips while you're listening. And then let us
Yeah.
know what you think. I don't know what the hell we're covering next month, but let us know if you like more stuff like this, and we'll make sure to mix it up and keep doing like our recaps and crap too, so it doesn't get stale.
Yeah.
Oh, this was fun. I'm a little bit more uplifted after the end of your case.
Yeah. This was a better note to end it on.
You did say something cute at the beginning. You were like, well, my case did lead to some recommendations and stuff. I was like, oh, that's cute.
I was like,
Don't worry,
yeah.
we'll have an uplift in my case. Yeah. All right. Well, we love you. Thank you for being a patron, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah.
And in the
Bye.
meantime, keep it cryptic.